Rain drummed against the windshield as Tamara, a 28-year-old documentary filmmaker, drove down a narrow country road. The night was soaked in fog, the world outside her headlights dissolving into darkness. She was headed to a remote farmhouse, an old property she'd rented for the weekend to shoot footage for her latest project, a film about Jewish hauntings and possession myths. Her GPS lost signal just as a whisper floated through the static of the radio, faint, in a language she didn't understand. It sounded like, "Shove a lie, return to me." Tamara frowned, shut the radio off, and continued driving until the house emerged through the mist like a forgotten ghost. Inside, the air smelled of dust and old wood. Portraits of somber faces hung along the hallway, their painted eyes following her every move. On the mantelpiece rested a small wooden box, carved with Hebrew letters. Tamara felt drawn to it, but brushed off the curiosity. She unpacked her camera, tripod, and laptop, setting up for her monologue. Sitting in front of the lens, she began recording. In Jewish folklore, she explained softly, a Dibbuk is a wandering soul, a spirit trapped between worlds, clinging to the living until it finds release. Tonight, I'm staying in a house said to be haunted by one. As she spoke, something thumped upstairs. She froze. For a moment, she thought it might be the old pipes, until it came again, heavier this time, like footsteps. Tamara took her flashlight and went to investigate. The corridor upstairs was narrow, lined with peeling wallpaper. The sound led her to a child's room, long abandoned. A cracked mirror stood in the corner, covered with a white sheet. A gust of wind slammed a window open, and Tamara jumped, pulling the sheet off the mirror. Her own reflection blinked, a second too late. She stared at it, heart pounding. Then her reflection smiled. Tamara didn't. Terrified, she ran downstairs and switched her camera back on, talking shakily into the lens. I think I saw something. My reflection, it didn't move with me. Behind her, something rattled. The sound came from the wooden box on the mantel. Tamara turned slowly. The box had shifted slightly. The lid trembled. Then a faint child's giggle filled the room. Trying to stay calm, she searched the house again and found an old journal in a desk drawer. Inside were entries written half in English, half in Hebrew. She read them aloud. The spirit of Miriam will not rest. The box is sealed. May no one open it. Her eyes widened. The Dibbuk box, it was slightly open now. Kneeling before it, she hesitated, then lifted the lid. Inside were a lock of hair, a small photograph of a young girl, and a scrap of paper with one word, Slutchet, forgiveness. Miriam, she whispered, what happened to you? The lights flickered violently. A cold wind swept through the house, carrying a whisper that seemed to circle her head. Help me. Let me in. The camera turned on by itself. Through the lens, Tamara saw her reflection in the cracked mirror again. But this time, it wasn't her. The figure in the glass was a pale child, eyes black and hollow, tears streaking her face. The spirit stepped out of the mirror, translucent, trembling, the ghost of Miriam, no more than 8 years old. He locked me here. The girl's voice quivered. Father said I was cursed. I only wanted to be free. Tamara's fears softened into pity. What do you want from me? She asked. The girl's eyes glistened. Forgive me, or take my place. Before Tamara could move, the wind rose into a shrieking storm. The Dibbuk rushed forward, straight into her. She screamed, falling to her knees as the lights burst, the camera shaking violently until everything went black. When the camera feed stabilized again, dawn light filled the room. Tamara sat calmly on the couch, expression blank. Her eyes were dark and distant. She looked directly into the lens. Sometimes, she said, her voice calm but wrong, the story follows you home. She smiled, not her smile, but Miriam's. Behind her, the wooden box snapped shut on its own. Silence. Then, faintly from the box, a whisper, Toda, thank you. Fade out. The end. Dibbuk. The dead speak when we listen too closely.